An English season laced with the unexpected throws up a final day where the plot takes an incredible final twist or two. Every game that Blackburn Rovers have played in the last month seems to have been described as the most important in the club's history. Well, today this one qualifies for that description without any need for hype.
You're getting in the way there, Dave.
The tension and pressure has risen inexorably on Blackburn Rovers in the past 3 weeks as an 8-point lead has been gobbled up by Manchester United, a team suddenly finding renewed belief in its ability to emulate Huddersfield in the 20s, Arsenal in the 30s, and our host today at Anfield, Liverpool in the 80s. Those are the clubs so far to have won the English Championship 3 years in a row. Well, Blackburn Rovers can prevent the anxieties and Manchester United's 3 in a row by winning here. 3 points today gives them the title for the first time in 81 years, whatever Manchester United do at West Ham. One more win to write the conclusion to an amazing adventure story that's unfolded in a small Lancashire town in the past 4 years. But if Blackburn Rovers draw today and United win, then it will be United who will take the championship on goal difference with both clubs on 90 points. It's that close at the top, but simple enough if you're Blackburn, win and you're champions. But what a place to come looking for the win. On this ground in 1989, we had the most dramatic conclusion in recent memory to a championship race, and all the ingredients for unforgettable drama are in place here today as well, as Anfield's favourite son, Kenny Dalglish, comes back in front of the Kop to be greeted with widespread sympathy from a crowd that once adored him. But while Liverpool management and players rightly insist there are no favourites for old favourites today, the Liverpool crowd appears to look at things slightly differently, and above all they are desperate that a Liverpool win here doesn't hand the title to their greatest enemy down the East Lancs Road, Manchester United. So whatever happens, this is going to be an unforgettable day. Now, the team news, there's been an air of end of season around the Liverpool dressing room for more than a month. In fact, ever since they qualified for Europe by lifting the Coca-Cola League Cup. But they could finish 4th with a win here, and that would be great testament to the work of Roy Evans in reshaping the club. But the team does look a pale shadow of itself, and certainly that was the case in midweek in defeat at West Ham. Today no Ruddock, Rush, nor Bjornaby, nor Jones, so Liverpool stretched, especially at the back. Steve Harkness is in. Michael Thomas, who scored the goal to give Arsenal the championship in '89 on this ground, is playing for Liverpool today, and there are also places for Mark Kennedy and Nigel Clough. But under public scrutiny like this, surely it's unimaginable that we'll have a Liverpool team not giving 100% in any professional environment. Blackburn Rovers management team of Dalglish and Ray Harford have been attempting to keep it calm, focused and quiet in the build-up. But there won't have been too much fun and games this week around training, even though these players ground out a victory over Newcastle on Monday night. The first half football was good and up to their own high standards, but the longer it went, the tighter they got. No injury problems, that's the good news for Blackburn Rovers. No changes from Monday night. But for all these starting players here today, all bar David Batty, a championship winner at Leeds, this is uncharted territory. That's the biggest question about these players. Even for senior personalities in the game now, like Flowers the goalkeeper and the brilliant Alan Shearer, Players' Player of the Year, this is simply the biggest club game they have ever played in. Blackburn Rovers have been top since November the 26th. Defeats at home to Manchester United and away to West Ham in the past fortnight mean they don't come here to celebrate the championship, they come here to try to earn it. If they do it, there'll be no arguments. Blackburn Rovers will deserve to be champions. Liverpool's match odds here today, according to one major bookmaker, they are 12-5, more than 2-1 against to win this game on home territory. The longest odds Liverpool have ever been quoted to win a home match in living memory. So Blackburn, according to the bookmakers, are going to do it today. 41 games down and 1 to go. And what a prospect on a perfect afternoon at Anfield. Good firm pitch, cooling breeze, bright sunshine. It's the theatre of dreams in a sense. Blackburn won 1-0 at Anfield last season. It was a dark midwinter day illuminated by a great goal by Mike Newell, who starts on the bench today. But the same performance in the sunshine here today, and they are champions. But just in case, I have to tell you, replica trophies are here today at Anfield and at Upton Park this afternoon, should Manchester United be the team to be crowned champions in about an hour and 3/4 from now. Hold tight, anything can happen, and the man on your screen, Michael Thomas, knows that better than anyone. And for a player of the brilliance of Dalglish at Celtic and Liverpool, a championship winner many times, and as a manager, well, whatever happens today, it won't surprise Kenny, because he's been there and he's done it since he was a teenager. But this means something very special. Our match referee is David Ellery from Harrow. It's Liverpool with the kickoff. Blackburn Rovers come looking for the championship. A reshaped Liverpool back four today. Well, back three plus two wide defenders. With the absence of Neil Ruddock, a particular blow for them. Now, can Blackburn force the pace early here? They've done it well away from home in the run-in so far, and a good early ball from Shearer. Sutton was bearing in on it. Michael Thomas is the coverer. Alan Shearer switching it into the box very, very quickly. Good start from Blackburn. That's the end where their fans are. The whole town of Blackburn has just been consumed by this passion for the title in the last 3 months. They'll be holding their breaths, anybody who's not in the stadium. Steve McManaman runs at Blackburn. First touch for Mark Kennedy, the youngster with a big future at Anfield. Nigel Clough to Redknapp. Here's Kennedy starting wide right. That's a bit of a surprise. Interesting ball from him. Flowers should get there. Henry wasn't waiting for him. Well, he made some fantastic saves. Tim Flowers late in the day against Newcastle on Monday night. Top class. But he's had a top class year all round. John Scales. Liverpool have started brightly. McManaman, Hendry as usual, got himself in the way to break it up. Sherwood. There wasn't much on as he tried to go forward, and that's why it's come back. And it was a so on that trusty left foot to Flowers. Down the other side is Henning Berg. Good ball early to Ripley. Back to something like full fitness after his injury problems this season. Phil Babb got the footing. Well, Lasso got the ball back from the dead ball line to get Shearer the winner against Newcastle on Monday. And we'd love to provide a similar service early in this game today. Redknapp. Interesting one. It's one for McManaman to chase, and he got there easily. Lasso to him. Space for Fowler. Blackburn have got bodies back behind the ball though. John Barnes, captain of Liverpool today. That's a poor ball from the left side. Sutton. Barnes got half a piece of it. Ripley tried to get involved. Batty, little one into Sutton. Now he turns, and it's a good ball too. He's just offside. Shearer. Phil Babb had pushed out. Babb was left holding the baby in midweek really at West Ham. It was a dreadful defensive display by Liverpool. They were torn apart by a side looking for 3 points to ensure themselves of safety. And I don't think Liverpool, well, I know that Liverpool were not too happy with the way they defended that night. Berg. Ripley's the chasing player. He goes with Babb. No foul. Clough. And here's John Scales, who's been an undoubted major success in his first season at Anfield. Michael Thomas. Liverpool really are stroking the ball around with great authority early in this game. Such an important day for the likes of Nigel Clough, who battle so hard without success on the whole to establish themselves as Liverpool players, but they are in massive public scrutiny today, and for players like that it's all about giving a good account of yourself and building your own stock in the game. There'll be no favours on this park, surely. The different question is if it comes down to the wire in the last few minutes. Well, it must be Kenny's team with the extra hunger. Liverpool have won their trophy for the season. Blackburn are chasing the biggest prize in domestic football. Bad. There's a Clough, and this is a very good smooth opening by Liverpool. Steve Harkness. Well, one or two unfamiliar faces perhaps in this Liverpool side, like Mark Kennedy here wearing 19, but good start. Now it's Shearer for Blackburn. They have options here. It's Sutton. Bad. Oh, nearly a spectacular, brilliant own goal. Now Blackburn are looking for a back pass. There's a sharp save by David James. Phil Babb was committed to the tackle, and had to be, because Chris Sutton made a great shape off him and was looking to turn in and shoot. Babb covers. Not a deliberate back pass, says the referee, and anyway it wasn't collected first time by James. Those are probably the two factors that decided referee Ellery that it was not a bona fide back pass, whatever Blackburn would have appealed for. Redknapp. Hendry saw it and read it. Blackburn know that a draw may not be enough. Redknapp. Well, Liverpool's recent form has been pretty ordinary. In fact, ever since their Wembley success against Bolton in the Cup. They've lost 3 times in the league since then, but they're going to try and give their supporters something to remember the end of the season by in a performance today. Babb. Poor ball from him. Blackburn sitting back. Johnny Barnes. Now Scales with space. And still more time for Michael Thomas. Still a very elegant, powerful runner with the ball, Thomas. It's lovely stuff from Liverpool. It is going sideways rather than penetrating, though. But Blackburn have got so many bodies back in the way. This is their forte. They're so difficult to break down. They work from 1 to 11 as a unit defensively, and they're doing it right now, hunting the ball down, and forcing Liverpool back. Only conceded 16 goals away from home all season, Blackburn. Won 10 times. Good header back from Ian Pearce. For players like young Pearce today, it may be the biggest game, who knows, maybe the biggest game they ever play in today. Sutton. Ripley's gone outside him. That's a good ball. Harkness was covering, but he didn't really do a good job. It's Shearer! Well, you just knew what was in Stuart Ripley's mind when he saw the daylight down that flank. And you knew where Big Al would be on the end of the cross. I think he'll be a little disappointed not to hit the target at least, or force something out of James in goal for Liverpool. It goes right off the side of his head. First chance of the day. Player down is Sutton for Blackburn. Can't afford to lose him. There's a bit of space here for Clough. He didn't quite read it sharp, and Henry was brilliantly into the tackle. This is Shearer. Now Blackburn have options. He's looking for Ripley wide right, and he's not there. Berg. Too long. Victim of a great misfortune by general agreement early in the season. That's the knock that Sutton took. Well, he's a tough youngster. And although it would be heartbreaking for him and the others to go away from Anfield without the championship, today. His performance in collecting 21 goals in his first season as a Blackburn player is a job well done. And the future looks bright. A player with great qualities. High on the list of them is his heart and determination, and he's proved it this season. All the noise is coming from the Blackburn Rovers supporters behind David James' goal. Hendry, safety first. It's not a bad one either because it's turned the defenders around. Shearer and Babb jumping, and Shearer's penalised for backing into Babb. Now it's Redknapp for Liverpool. McManaman. There's a steely resilience about the way Blackburn have defended here early in this game. Pearce got his head to that one. It's McManaman. They are desperate to get the result today, Blackburn. And it's the sort of style of play that's characterised their season, but a mistake by Sherwood, and now they've got problems. McManaman, Barnes is waiting. Johnny Barnes! Well, it fell to his right side and it fell slightly behind him. Well, it was nearly a dreadful moment also for Tim Sherwood. McManaman's in here. The obvious ball is to Barnes. It just fell slightly behind him, and Tim Flowers was so relieved to see it sailing up into the cup. One chance each, no goals. Jeff Kenner. Matty to Lasso. It's a good ball from Lasso. Good work from Sutton, but equally good from John Scales. Redknapp. Pearce with Fowler. 50-51. Now Steve McManaman's got another run, and Blackburn have got to get the cover on quickly. McManaman could dribble past people in the box. Great defending from Sherwood. Oh, you can feel the tension around the place already. We've played 12 minutes, and already the nerve strings are taut. It's a great piece of work from Tim Sherwood to get himself back goal side, making up for his previous error in abundance there. Well, it's a bit high, but the referee let it go. There's a lot of commitment in these 50-50 balls here. And the commitment to making the strike was not matched by the execution for Chris Sutton. Played by Flowers. Shearer running it down and forcing the error out of him. Harkness covers. Does a better job really of blocking the shot, the cross from that side this time, Harkness. Redknapp tidies up. Brilliant from McManaman. He seems to have switched wings with Kennedy with great effect. Fowler, and Kennedy made the run for him down the middle. Well, these Liverpool youngsters are playing with a great deal of freedom today, and that's probably about the worst news Blackburn Rovers could have had. That's not all that tidy. Well played by James. Did he go out the area? No, there was no appeal even by Sutton, who was standing right over him. I don't think David James would have been too happy with his efforts at Upton Park on Wednesday night either, as he conceded 3 goals. The first in particular would be, from a professional point of view, a questionable piece of goalkeeping. He'll want to put that right today with a clean sheet. and some good solid saves. Ripley. Babb always read that. Now Redknapp, and again the red shirts stream forward. McManaman's gone right, and that creates so much space left, and it's Mark Kennedy, who is an expert crosser from his left side. Generally. Sherwood. Early at Shearer, one-on-one. And John Scales was always reading that. This is the stadium that was the home to all that was great and successful about English soccer for the better part of 2 decades, as Liverpool swept all before them at home and in Europe, and Blackburn Rovers are trying to force their way into that house of glory with a win today to give them their first championship in 81 years. It would get them into the Champions League. It would give them the kudos of being English champions, and it would just open up the glimmer of a possibility that they could build something to match the achievements of Liverpool Football Club. Barnes to Kennedy. He's had a go at Berg and he's done him comprehensively. Danger. It was a magnificent cross from Kennedy. Perfect. That's the one I was talking about, that left foot cross, and Fowler was coming in on it. In fact, there were 2 in the box. One was Clough, the second was Fowler. He wasn't far away from it. Michael Thomas, very powerful player, knocking Lasso out of the way there. Well, all the football's coming from Liverpool. That tells its own story, really. One side's got no pressure, relatively speaking, and the pressure is all on Blackburn Rovers. And there's so much weighing on the shoulders of Tim Flowers. Hendry Jumper didn't get it, off the line by Tim Sherwood. A second important piece of defending by Blackburn Rovers captain. Here come Liverpool again. Fowler. Barnes has gone left of him. He tried to get him in. There were too many bodies in the way. Here it is, Kennedy's corner. Hendry jumps for this one and doesn't get it. And it was John Scales who did get it. Nigel Clough just gets a half contact to it. Tim Sherwood on the line defends. And in fairness, defended comfortably. You wouldn't say it was a big let-off for Blackburn. Well, he's not listening to the top 40 show this afternoon, I'll tell you that. Well, Sherwood was always favourite to clear it, and well done to him. Ripley. He's been quiet, Stuart Ripley. Blackburn haven't got much out of him yet. It's Liverpool territorially dominant. Well, we've seen enough through the first 20 minutes of this game to know that what Roy Evans, the Liverpool manager, was saying, that's a foul by Nigel Clough. Roy Evans said, we just have far too much self-respect to throw a game, even if it does mean that Blackburn Rovers don't get the result they want, and that Manchester United were then to go on and become champions. Liverpool Football Club is bigger than any of that stuff. Liverpool Football can play for themselves only. He hasn't got many, Tim Sherwood. In the past few weeks of the season, 6 in all. The last of them came in the win over Chelsea in March. Here's Ian Pearce. Blackburn looking for rhythm. They can't find one yet. Berg into Shearer. The magnificent touch gives some rhythm to them. Ripley. Good ball. Alan Shearer. Magnificently done. Just when it was needed most. On the 20-minute mark. They have the lead. One classy layoff opened up Liverpool. Stuart Ripley stock in trade, the ball back, whipped in. Shearer's timed his run into the box perfectly, and you can guess the rest. Well, they look nervy, they look edgy, they look the team under pressure. They are human after all, but Alan Shearer's almost superhuman in his goal scoring. If that scoreline stays the same, Blackburn Rovers are champions. The only surprise really is that Liverpool have played so well in the first 20 minutes here and they're behind. Now another mistake. Sherwood running it down with Scales. There's a spring in the step of the Blackburn Rovers players now. Thanks to Alan Shearer. Here it is again from the low angle. This is what James saw, and it's a perfect shot across him, in off the post. He'd have been proud of it himself. Here come Blackburn again. Another goal and they've got a real cushion. Ripley. So not a bad one either. And Sutton was looking for that one. Well, it's down the right side that Blackburn Rovers have caused Liverpool problems in this game so far. Ripley. Sutton's in here. It's 2-on-1. Chris Sutton goes alone. Now it's Alan Shearer. Suddenly it's all going right for Blackburn, and it's come apart for Liverpool. Here come Liverpool again. McManaman. There's so much noise around the stadium, you have to believe that the Liverpool fans think that Manchester United have scored, or the West Ham have scored at Upton Park against Manchester United. It's not the case. The rumours can start like that and just spread like wildfire through 40,000 people. Blackburn won't need to know what Manchester United are doing. They're in front here. What a day. Hendry wins that one. Redknapp. Michael Thomas. Can Liverpool start to get their game going again, or has the growing belief been knocked out of them? Free kick. Blackburn. Looks to me like those people are singing for West Ham. Surprise, surprise. James Clear. Now Robbie Fowler, what a magnificent season he's had, but he was stopped by Lasso with a superb tackle. John Barnes. Redknapp, well played. He was caught late. Liverpool free kick. David Batty. The only man, remember, who knows what it's like to be a champion. Coming back into the Blackburn lineup at such a crucial phase of the season. Here's space. Barnes. Kennedy. Looks like becoming a Liverpool player. No offside. It's Babb. And it's overhit. That should be Flowers. I think he collected a slight bang. Lasso goes early to Shearer. John Scales got his head to it. Well, they've seen them all here, the good and the great. The great matches, the famous performances, and more great players than you'd care to name. And one of them, one of the very, very best there's ever been, is this man here. And they know, with their feeling for football on this territory on Merseyside, they know that they're witnessing something special here. It's a tremendously emotional occasion. Fowler in behind Berg. Very aware, but happily for Blackburn, so was Stuart Ripley. It's a good ball. It's reached Sutton. Hartness covering him, but he hasn't done a good job covering on this side, Steve Hartness, and he's let Sutton in again here. Still at Sutton. Well, that's where all Liverpool's problems are coming from, that left side. And any time it gets to Ripley or Sutton or Shearer breaking down into that channel, and when Steve Hartness goes across the cover, it generally results in problems for Liverpool. That's where the goal came from, and Sutton was on target there. Redknapp, one of the most elegant young players in the game. Scales. Nice triangle from Liverpool. But they have weaved a lot of pretty patterns across the park in the first half. And they haven't too often really got in and caused danger in front of the Kop. Clough. Scales. Everybody's back for Blackburn. Now maybe something for Liverpool, but again it was a timely interception by Lasso. Redknapp. Thomas provides the width. Jamie Redknapp again. Sherwood got to him and won the ball off him. And safety first. Good defending from Sherwood to Shearer. And he'll fight for it, however far back it comes. There he is fighting for it. Blackburn doing a good job of closing off all the spaces, forcing Liverpool back. Henry's favourite here. Good piece of tidying up. Bad won it back for Liverpool. Now Barnes with space. Kennedy wide left. Batty. Thomas. McManaman trying his luck down the middle of the field. Batty's running with him. He just pulled in so many players that left Kennedy with acres of space. Good ball from Kennedy to Clough. Redknapp. Can Liverpool create a chance for all this possession? Thomas. Redknapp. Wasn't a great ball back from Fowler, and there was an offside then against Clough on the end of it. He's trying to get forward as much as possible from the middle of midfield. Well, Kenny may or may not know this, but it seems like the message is getting around Anfield that West Ham United have gone in front at home to Manchester United. People are listening on radios all over the place, and it's looking good for Blackburn at the moment. They're in front, Manchester United are behind. McManaman. Kennedy. Another good ball. Well, just a little too close to Flowers, perhaps. And Blackburn are now looking a lot more confident when they're defending. Who wouldn't be? Maybe Tim Flowers has had the word shouted to him from the supporters behind that goal that West Ham are in front. He didn't seem to pass on a message then to Hendry. He's got his mind on this one. And that's as it should be. Surely Dalglish's instruction would have been, I don't want to know about this other game, let's win our game. Jeff Kenner's throw. Jones has missed it. Referee let it go, David Ellery. Thomas to safety with Clough. That's very risky from Michael Thomas. Ripley. Harkness got his foot in. Shearer. Thomas fouled Alan Shearer. Another of the Liverpool players who's had a terrible time since moving to Anfield. Big signing, big injury problems. This is one of the more successful recent imports, their keeper David James. Tim Sherwood with the free kick for Blackburn. Pearce is up. Not a good one. Batty. So that's a good ball. Sherwood had stayed forward. Scales tried to get it off him. Batty. Tidy, well played. This is Blackburn's controlled football now we're seeing. They have a lead and they're protecting it very well. Can Liverpool do anything to upset the momentum that they are gathering? McManaman, inside Ripley. Good ball. Well seen by Flowers. There's a lightning break, and the first time that they've really attacked with venom, and it's the pace of Phil Babb that makes this possible. Galloping up from the back, the defender, the most forward player here for Liverpool. Good attack. Harkness got his head to it. Thomas in his wing-back role today. Not looking all that comfortable, in fairness. Kenna's got the run on him here. Well, it was late, I think, by Harkness. The ball was there-ish. But he dived in, and he got a yellow card. Kenna's very quick over the first 5 yards and seems favourite here. And he was just taken. Let's hope it's not a serious one. I don't think it will be. But it was certainly foul. Young player trying to establish himself in Roy Evans' mind for next season. Kenna, the latest of Dalglish's purchases, and he's made a very telling contribution since he arrived. Sherwood's free kick. James changed his mind. He looked to come for that and went back. Well, right in front of the Blackburn faithful, you can expect a big appeal for the handball if it hits a Liverpool player like that, but no chance of it being a penalty. You just have a feeling that the tension was really beginning to get to Blackburn Rovers in the first 15 minutes here, when Liverpool were knocking it around so comfortably. There were just the signs of the tightness creeping in, and then they got the goal, and now they look like they know what they're doing. They have a belief in themselves. They know the system that they play. They're very difficult to break down. Offside. And Nigel Clough took a knock there. And the overall conclusion, with less than 10 minutes left in the first half now, is that Blackburn are right where they would want to be. They're in control of this. Yes, Liverpool have created a couple of chances, but it's so far so good for Blackburn. Kennan, now that's an interesting ball. Well played by John Scales. Blackburn throw. Brilliant piece of positioning by David Ellery, right on the touchline. The referee, right beside Graham Lasso. Sutton with three around him. Scales. Harkness to Kennedy. Twisting inside Sherwood, but there's more cover on for Blackburn. Well, Roy Evans, the Liverpool boss, has said that in recent weeks he's been pleased with the way Liverpool have knocked it around. They're knocking it around well here. Oh, and it had to be a good solid piece of defending by Ian Pearce, because Nigel Clough got the half turn in and was just beginning to look a favourite to get in a strike on Tim Flowers. Redknapp did the difficult bit, really. Good control from Clough. Good tackle by Pearce. Thomas. Interesting one. I think Tim Flowers saw it pretty late. We'll know now. Yeah, he saw it very late. There were 3 or 4 bodies in the way. It came through the bodies. Flowers was there. Redknapp's corner. Good header from Scales. He's won a couple above Hendry in this game, and from corners, both of them. That's a dangerous Liverpool weapon. Good battling for Batty. That's his stock in trade, and he's a good passer too. Scales. Wasn't the tidiest piece of defending from John Scales, perhaps. Well, he's so important, isn't he? Blackburn did well without him, and credit players not on the park today, like Mark Atkins, for doing such a great job. But you're always going to be stronger with a player of Batty's quality. Kenna, well, he almost tricked himself and tricked his way through at the same time. Here's Sutton. Oh, he's done Scales brilliantly. Interesting idea. Good save from James. Yeah, and he looks around at John Scales as if to say, I thought you'd gone on your summer holiday already. Well, it's not often you see Scales dumped like this by Sutton, but it's so tight, the turn from a big man. Had to be a good save from James. And could easily have come back into the path of the Blackburn players rushing in on goal. Scales has stayed down. He probably twisted something as he fell there. Big man, and he fell awkwardly. Hendry just collecting a bit of treatment as well. After this, these players can start to think about getting a summer holiday. And when you work as hard as they do for so long in such conditions, your body needs a rest. Well played by James. Good throw too. Maybe just overcooked it a little bit. Yes, Batty was alive to the danger. What a warrior this man has been, Hendry. Here goes McManaman. Oh, great defending from Rousseau. Great pace. Safety first clearance from Flowers. That's pretty loose from Michael Thomas. It's Sutton. Fire seems to have gone out a little bit for Liverpool. Can John Barnes stoke it up again? He's got all the quality you need. Great tackle from Hendry. Brilliant tackle. Blackburn had pushed out. They left Fowler on the ground after that challenge from Hendry. Brilliant piece of defending. Well, you talk about having a great spine in a team. The players running through the central positions. Goalkeeper, Flowers, Shearer, the centre forward, Sherwood, central midfield. But the central defender, Colin Hendry, more than any other player, is the anchor for this side. McManaman. Clough. Lovely footwork from Rousseau. Sherwood. That's nice too. It's a runner. And David James proved himself sharper than the outfield players there. He's an excellent athlete. Got a lot of physical power. And he's quick off his line. Goal kick. Blackburn Rovers fans are singing. They're not quite songs of triumph yet, but things are looking good for them in the sunshine at Anfield. Kennedy, good ball, just offside, on the far side. McManaman. Nine goals from Steve McManaman, creator of many more. Can Blackburn get a second one before the break? Is there an offside on Shearer? No, there wasn't. And in fairness, there's a brilliant piece of defending by Steve Harkness. He's poleaxed in the box. Well, Liverpool just went to sleep in the sunshine here. And fortunately for them, Steve Hartness woke up in time, and he gets a well-deserved pat on the back from his keeper, because Alan Shearer could definitely see the target open in front of him. Bab's header is not a good one. He goes to ground, Sutton flicks it into the hole, Shearer's in, and Hartness got across from nowhere. So we're in injury time. There'll be a little bit of that, not just for Hartness, one or two other knocks in the first half. Colin Hendry was down, John Scales was down. John Barnes, pretty quiet so far, Barnes. But sometimes I think we don't appreciate that the amount of work Barnes, the rejuvenated Barnes, is doing off the ball these days. There was an offside, it came pretty late. Blackburn Rovers defenders held their line and they looked across. And there may have been a nervous little second, but the flag went up against McManaman. Here's how close it was. Well, it was close, but it was the right decision. The linesman may have just looked at it before putting his flag up. Good jump from Bab. Liverpool conceding the free kick. Sutton's collected a couple of knocks in the face already. Bit of blood from the first one, and just check that there's no blood for the head cut. That's the principal concern there. This is the clash with Bab. Clash of heads. Both felt it. Hartness clear. We played 2.5 minutes of injury time here in the first half. Scales, is there time for Liverpool to launch one further attack before we go to the interval? McManaman. Now we've played 3 minutes of injury time. Kennedy blocked by Berg. Liverpool throw. David Ellery's looked at his watch. I think somebody just stood on Henning Berg's toe. David Ellery draws the first half to a close. Alan Shearer's 37th goal of the season has Blackburn Rovers in front. Kenny Dalglish won't have much to say at half-time, you'd think. It's going his way, it's going their way. The visitors in front. Blackburn are 45 minutes away from the championship. Liverpool 0, Blackburn Rovers 1 at half-time. 45 minutes of the season to go then. Blackburn Rovers on the brink of the championship, but they're not there yet. And Liverpool will certainly be going out in this second half to make Blackburn work as hard as possible for the victory. So many of Blackburn Rovers players will know that even though things have gone pretty much according to plan and just as sweetly as they could have dreamed so far today, there is still time in this game of football for things to have a very different ending this afternoon. Right now Manchester United are behind at West Ham, Blackburn in front at Liverpool, but there is still scope for the most incredible twists of fortune. So it's all up to Blackburn if they can keep playing and keep going forward as they kick off this second half, attacking the Kop end. The points, the glory, the place in history are theirs. But what can Liverpool do about it? No changes at half-time on either side. Alan Shearer's gone racing into that. It was an excellent piece of improvisation from David James. Now Redknapp looks to spread it wide. Mark Kennedy. And through the first half, Liverpool weaved so many clever passes, generally to the wide positions and not really with any great punch. Can they change that in the second half? McManaman, Fowler, Hendry's covering him and Lasso was covering him. Sort of sums up Blackburn Rovers defending, really. Redknapp. Barnes came short for him. This is Michael Thomas, and now this is John Barnes, or Digger as they like to call him here. Fowler tried to invent something. Hendry wasn't buying the dummy. Stuart Ripley, quiet in the first half, but did produce the all-important cross for Shearer's goal. Here is Alan Shearer. Well defended by Phil Babb. It was a rather ambitious attempt to get Kennedy running. Well seen by Ian Pearce. Jack Walker, the owner of Blackburn Rovers, the man whose ambition and money fueled this story of adventure, and it's one where we may now be about to write a very happy concluding chapter, or at least maybe it's for Jack Walker, it's just the first book of a series. On the evidence of the last season or so, you have to say that Blackburn Rovers don't look particularly well equipped to do well in European football, certainly at the top level, but let them worry about that later. Scares appeal for that, and I think he has won the referee's decision. Liverpool throw. Last touch off Lasso. Sutton. Back to Sherwood. Berg. Batty. Hendry. The tackle from John Scales. This is Robbie Fowler. McManaman. You just look at the youthful talent on display here. Here's another one, Kennedy, and you just think that there are so many reasons for Liverpool to look forward to next season. Kennedy's cross is a good one. Hendry got the header, but not far. Barnes, the elder statesman, really now. Thomas in, not a good one. Crowd getting on his back slightly. Redknapp crowded out of it. Here's Sherwood. Ripley. little loose from Redknapp, and Batty seized on that. Blackburn re-establishing the control in this game that they showed in the latter part of the first half. Roy Evans will have tried to instill something into his Liverpool team to get them to rattle Blackburn Rovers. After a nervous opening, things went sweetly as Blackburn took control of it. And that looks to be the pattern, the way the game is started in the second half. Shearer was the man who lost his footing. Fell for Batty. Sherwood to Lasso. Took up a good position. Kenna's the runner. It's a great ball from Lasso to Jeff Kenna. And a good piece of covering too from Michael Thomas. Liverpool's leading the corner count 3-2. This is Blackburn Rovers' second of the game. Ripley with it. James came for it and didn't get it. I think it was off the backside of Harkness, and then McManaman didn't really clear it either. Now James has come and he'll get this one. Not all that confidently. I think he tried to kill it into the turf. Got away with it. Still Liverpool building well and retaining the ball. Blackburn can just keep watching them do it as long as Liverpool don't penetrate. It's a good ball to Thomas. Can he get past Lasso? No. Clough was across quickly, and he won it back well. Michael Thomas. Here's Nigel Clough again. Barnes. Scales. Again, Liverpool are forced back by Blackburn's perseverance. Harkness wide to Babb. Now they'll try down the left side. McManaman has the tricks to go past anybody in a tight situation. Was there an offside? Yes. On Clough. Well, the line held firm again and had pushed well out there. Nigel Clough was hunting for room around the edge of the box and just overdid it slightly. Good piece of linesman's work. One wonders about Nigel Clough's future at Anfield. He's had a dreadful time of it, out of the first team running virtually for the entire season here. But his reputation and his career so far certainly good enough to merit Premier League football, if not for Liverpool then for somebody else surely. And one would be surprised if Liverpool weren't prepared to let him go for the right offer. He just seems to have no long-term part in Roy Evans' planning. Hendry. That's tidy enough. Now the updated situation from Upton Park. Manchester United have equalised. It's West Ham 1, Manchester United 1, and it's Brian McClair. The title race isn't over till it's over. McClair, who's had such a fantastic season, the evergreen performer for Manchester United. A header from a free kick. Here's Blackburn's free kick. Shearer charged into James, must be a foul. Well, Alan and his supporters can keep smiling. Manchester United's performance means nothing if Blackburn retain their lead. They say Dalglish would still merit starting place in this team on his performances in the five-a-side at Ewood Park training sessions. McManaman. Blackburn have everybody back once more. Now it's Mark Kennedy. It's a one-on-one with Berg. Pierce across the cover. Did it well. But this boy looks to be a Liverpool personality of the future. Ripley, well tidied up. Shearer. And Phil Babb's penalised for dragging him down. Blackburn Rovers through this second half are going to be in no hurry whatsoever to restart the game when they've got free kicks or throw-ins, and that's perfectly understandable. Back to Barnes. Robbie Fowler. Rousseau just covered him off. Kennedy just might overrun Fowler. Pierce was going to win the race, I think, as well. Kenny Berg with the throw. Kennedy. Redknapp wide to Michael Thomas. Can he get a run on? John Barnes with space. Left foot, he's favourite to shoot. He'll be disappointed with that. Well, he's so often scored so many marvellous goals on his left foot. Not the best season for John Barnes in front of goal at all, in fairness. He's scored 8 in League and Cup. But his contribution in other areas now as a senior professional has been noted and gratefully received by Liverpool this season. Jamie Redknapp. Fowler, Hendry came out and took him. Sherwood was there to complete the job. Now Jeff Kenner, a very pacey player, has a little bit of space. Sutton, and Kenner's gone on with his run. Shearer, perfect control from Alan Shearer then. The little telegraph, the ball from Ripley. Now Hendry's got to run this down with Fowler chasing him. Looked like 6 of one, half dozen of the other. Bit of rugby. Who's penalised? I think Colin Hendry's been penalised. He certainly wasn't going to let Robbie Fowler and the ball get past him anyway. Sutton. Shearer. Well played by Batty. So clever in those tight situations. Very seldom gives the ball away under pressure. Makes him a good team player. Steve Harkness asked to fill in a difficult role today with Neil Ruddock absent for the last fortnight of the season or so with a hamstring problem and a groin problem. Sutton. We're yet to see a meaningful strike on goal in this second half. Remember, that's good enough for Blackburn. Good tackle from Babb. Blackburn really looked in command of the situation, though. Sherwood. Batty. Well played by Batty. Pierce. Solid, uncompromising, unfussy player. So too Berg. But it's not just the star names that have to make a contribution to a title-winning side. Players who know their own role in the system. The workers. Personified really by David Batty. Here he is, he won that one. Shearer. Good ball to Batty. Just a bit long. And the last touch came off Ripley. Steve Hartness won the goal kick for Liverpool. No alarms or excursions for Kenny so far in this second half. He just feels that maybe Blackburn Rovers have just let it drop a little bit. He knows that one mistake when it's 1-0 and things can go horribly wrong. He wants them to go out and win the game, be sure about it, and then they can enjoy the last 20 minutes. I once remember Dalglish playing in a Liverpool side that did exactly that on the last day at Chelsea. And Dalglish was the man who got the goal late in the day. But it meant that Liverpool could play out that game in complete enjoyment, with complete freedom. They'd won the game to complete a memorable run for the title in the last 2 months of that season, and it was just champagne football from Liverpool for the last 20. Well, Blackburn Rovers can't give themselves the possibility of that while they lead just 1-0. Batty. In fairness to Blackburn, Liverpool have not remotely looked like putting together a meaningful attack in this second half so far. Barnes. But a mistake can happen at any time, and that could yet cause problems. These Blackburn defenders like Ian Pearce have got to maintain maximum concentration. Batty just knocking it into the hole behind Bab. And the longer you watch football, the more you know that things can change around so very, very quickly. When it's looking great for Blackburn even now, if Liverpool were to scrape an equaliser from somewhere and Manchester United were to get a last-minute winner, it would all be changed. Pearce drilling it into Sutton. He did such a good job of making a target and winning it back. Brilliant work from Sutton. Sherwood, Kennett on the run. Good covering from Hartness. He's looked more comfortable the longer this game's gone, Steve Hartness, after a pretty difficult opening. Well played. Thomas to Scales. To back. McManaman. Now this is more promising. Kennedy. That's not a good ball from Mark Kennedy. Kennett, the most recent of the Dalglish Walker signings, and he's come in late in the last couple of months of the season, the 3 months of the season, and what a good signing he's looking to have been for them. Shearer. Kennett, one player who gives them many options. He can play in either full-back role, he can play in the centre of midfield, or as today, pushed on in a wide midfield role. There's an eerie atmosphere around Anfield. Expectant, we're all waiting for something to happen. We're waiting for Liverpool to try to work their way back into this game, or we're waiting for Blackburn to go down the other end and get a goal which would surely make the championship theirs, or we're waiting for the final whistle. And if it's that we're waiting for, we've got a long time to wait, and it's going to get nervous with the game so tight. Oh, what did I tell you? John Barnes. Now, Kenny Dalglish is going to be completely and utterly furious. 64 minutes gone. Blackburn Rovers have really sleepwalked their way through this second half. Liverpool haven't injected much urgency, they've just knocked it about, but eventually they're going to create a chance. They've kept the ball and kept the ball. Kennedy's crossed it in. John Barnes runs into space. It's a goal. And now the championship race is on again. John Barnes' 9th goal of the season. Now, how famous a goal is that going to become? Here come Blackburn. You just sensed from the kick-off in the second half that the urgency wasn't there with Blackburn. And they're way too professional to be coasting, surely, in a game like this. Now they're not coasting. Here they come again. It's Kenner. They have people forward here too. Sherwood helped it on. Bit of space, but no end product for Blackburn. McManaman. Now the crowds come back to life. It was eerily calm here just moments ago. Good run from McManaman. Trouble for Blackburn. The ball wasn't good enough. Would you believe that this late in the day, on the final day, we don't know where the championship is going? Well, that's one of the reasons why John Barnes for Liverpool. Captain today. Shearer. Offside, I think, against Nigel Clough, the most forward player for Liverpool. I don't need any words, do I? They're thinking what I've been thinking. Sutton under this one. Scales got above him. It was Kennedy back helping out in a defensive role he cannot be all that accustomed to. And now everybody's back at the transistors again. Barnes. Bab. That's a good ball from Barnes. This is Steve McManaman. Batty's snapping at him. And as well that he withdrew his foot there. Thomas will keep this. Blackburn are suddenly getting a bit stretched. One thing Liverpool have had very effectively today is lots and lots of width. McManaman, here's more width, it's Kennedy. He's going to have a run at Berg. He's done him again. Good ball. Who's on the end of it? It's Redknapp. Well, Jamie Redknapp is one player who can strike the target from outside the box. I think he'll be disappointed with that effort. We are halfway through the second half. We are into the final quarter of the final match of the season. And the only meaningful advice I can give you now is don't leave your screen. Because right now, anything can happen. It's 1-1 at Anfield. It's 1-1 at Upton Park. And as a footnote to that comment, if you think back 12 months to the last day of the season, the relegation battle went into the injury time of the last game of the season. I don't know if there's a precedent there, but we've all seen things change very, very late on the last day. Now you know why the FA thought it was right to have 2 replica trophies sent in different directions this weekend. Here come Liverpool again. Blackburn don't seem to want the ball at the moment. McManaman. Berg. Chased it down, but Kennedy got there first. The tensions come back into Blackburn. They looked so good in this middle section of the game. From the time they got the goal to about 10 minutes into the second half. But Liverpool are totally dominant in terms of possession. Blackburn are watching them. Robbie Fowler. Again, the width is there. There's more width than Liverpool can use, it seems, in this game. Thomas, Kenner's trying to hold him out. Lasso to him too. Sherwood got his foot in, and Tim Sherwood angrily turns around to his teammates, and the little clenched fist says, "Come on, we're not there yet." Redknapp. Kennedy. Game packed into Blackburn's final third. It's overhit from Kennedy. The anxiety is coming from the Blackburn Rovers fans. Barnes, he saw Thomas, picked him out. Now, can Michael Thomas go at Lasso? Yes. It hit Lasso's hand, it's a free kick. And he's going to get a booking for it. David Every's one referee who strictly applies the letter of the law, and I think Lasso accepts that in this case. He was unfortunate, really. He slipped because his weight was thrown off balance by Thomas's jink and go. Here come Liverpool again. Foul on the back stick. He put his hand up for an appeal against Ian Pearce then. The bad news for those people is there's plenty more nail-biting to do yet. And each second is beginning to stretch out here. Now, can Blackburn nick it back? Yes, they've done that. Sherwood. Final day of the season, there's nothing quite like it. Good throw from James. Peter Schmeichel's a great throw of the ball, and James looks like developing into 1-2. Here's McManaman, a superb dribbler. That's overhit though. Fowler was trying to get going. Flowers wants everybody away from his goal. That is understandable. Here's Alan Shearer. We haven't seen much of Shearer in the second half. Sutton. Hartlett's got a bang in the face. Ball's out of play. Barnes, it got squeezed down quickly by Batty then, but Blackburn couldn't get the ball back. Hendry, good header. Sherwood to Kenna. We haven't seen much football in this second half from Blackburn, really. Now, can we get a little movement going here? This is Jeff Kenna, fed by Batty. Scales is the defender. Kenna's quick, and so is Scales. He's had a superb season. This man's had a great season, but it's still not over. There is no game in the world like it for wringing your emotions. Sherwood, mishit. Lasso. That's not a bad one. Shearer couldn't get there. Followed him every yard. Well, it's ice cold. Temperaments like Alan Shearer's can deal with this stress, but the rest of us who are merely human have problems. A quite unbelievable atmosphere around Anfield. There are many more questions than answers. with about 15 minutes left on the clock. Henning Berg won it for Blackburn. Remember, it's still Blackburn's title as we speak. If Liverpool score again, Blackburn can still be the champions. Manchester United have to win their game. So the odds still favour Blackburn Rovers. But nobody's leaving anything to chance. It's like election night, exam night. Rolled into one. Batty knocking it into the path of Sutton. The ball keeps coming back though to the likes of Batty and Sherwood in this second half. He's trying to get something going forward again and again, and nothing's happening for him. Now it's Lasso. Can he get it in? Came off the heel of Michael Thomas. Liverpool looks so comfortable because Blackburn are not themselves. Sherwood, faced by Redknapp. Redknapp got the ball with a little help from a teammate. Robbie Fowler's broken off in front. This is where Robbie Fowler's so dangerous. Pearce is tracking him. Into the last 15 minutes. McManaman. Good ball. Fowler. Is it a penalty? Oh, it looked a good shout. Liverpool players are furious. David Batty was the defender. Ellery's blown his whistle now, and there's going to be a booking for dissent. This is going to be a very interesting one to see again. McManaman gets around Pearce easily. The space inside. Fowler's in. Well, you can make your own mind up about that one. The only thing I will say is that David Ellery was very, very close to it. Now, did Batty connect with the ball? They all say, professionals in football, these decisions even themselves out over the course of a season. And you think back to when Manchester United played Blackburn. Here's Shearer. Ripley. Kennedy saw it and defended it excellently. One thinks back to when Manchester United played Blackburn and definitely got the benefit of a couple of refereeing decisions that went their way, contentious ones. In fact, home and away, that was the case. Blackburn denied a late equaliser, what looked a good goal at Old Trafford, and the refereeing decision to send off Henning Berg early in the game at Ewood Park. And Blackburn, to their credit, although they were disappointed with the refereeing on those days, did say these things even themselves out over a season. Now who knows, maybe David Ellery has just evened it out. Scales header. Fowler to McManaman. Now he caused the danger moments ago. Oh, he was blocked off by Berg. That's a booking. He takes a lot of physical punishment, Steve McManaman. He's very slight and he looks like there's nothing to him, but he gets battered and he keeps coming back. Was there an offside there? Hendry's arm was up, yes, and it was Nigel Clough again. He's trying to live on that last defender, and he hasn't really got it quite right today because Blackburn are so good at holding their line. But Blackburn cannot afford any slips here. Liverpool been caught offside 7 times in the game. It's also probably only fair to point out that whatever pressure Blackburn Rovers are under, or should I rephrase that, however great the pressure Blackburn Rovers are under right now, there's even more pressure on Manchester United. They must score in their game. If they are to have any hope of making it 3 titles in a row. Otherwise it's Blackburn's. Mistake by Babb. Alan Shearer's in. It's run loose. Is it in? No, Scales saved the day for Liverpool. Oh, he's such a great athlete, John Scales, that he gets himself and his teammates out of trouble. Just the merest hint of a grin from Kenny. A rueful grin. Big mistake by Phil Babb. That's ordinary for an international class defender. Shearer's in. Sutton didn't really get the connection, and that gave Scales the half second to get back. Ripley's corner. Blackburn couldn't win the second one. 3 players clashed heads. And Ellery rightly has to call this off because there are 3 players down with head injuries. And that looks a bad one for Phil Babb. Blood. Well, this is how close it was. John Scales, the covering player. Chris Sutton could have made it party time. I think he'll view it definitely as a chance missed. It looks a pretty bad one for John Scales. I hesitate before saying this, but it looks like his excellent season has come to a halt 10 minutes from full time. And after that superb bit of covering play, let's hope it's not too serious. Roy Evans knows of the pluses of the season already for Liverpool. This is the clash of heads again. Babb is in there, Scales is in there, and I think it was Henning Berg who went crashing down with Scales. Well, it takes tough men sometimes, this game. And John Scales is one of the tough guys, certainly. So for him to be going off, it's got to be pretty serious. The blood is one thing, and there's obviously a concussion there as well. But he's getting a hero's welcome, because he's been a hero not just today, but of this season for Liverpool. A season when this great club has reshaped itself and given itself marvellous hope for the future. Under Roy Evans and Dougie Livermore on the left of your screen there. Many, many more pluses than negatives, even if Liverpool aren't just yet championship contenders. So Scales will go away to get repaired. And David Ellery may well start again with a drop ball, as Dominic Matteo will come into the game for the last 10 minutes or so. Berg's okay, that's good news.
Get out. Come on.
Sutton. The dread thought is that there could come news of a Manchester United goal at Upton Park. And if that were the case, then Blackburn will have to come out and score again. As it is, it's okay. Clough's fouled Kennett. Now a goal at this point would surely then be enough for the party to start. A goal for Blackburn, that is. Lasso. Hendry's up for this. That's him. Kennedy clear in front of Ripley. Still nothing is resolved on this final day of the season. Into the last 10 minutes of the last game. Blackburn have bodies up. Fell to Jeff Kenner. Oh. Just really wouldn't come down fast enough for Kenner. Now, Fowler for Liverpool. Was the ball out? I think Blackburn felt that the first ball had gone. Now Liverpool have got a throw. Is Kenny asking what's going on at Upton Park? One wonders. Fowler. Kennedy. Flowers is under this. Well played by Tim Flowers. Good throw. Tim Sherwood. The retired legs out here now. This is Chris Sutton. Harkness is the defender. Sutton gets another chance. He'll shoot here. Deflection. Oh! Agony for Blackburn. I think it's a corner. There's a big deflection off Michael Thomas. Now, how close did this come? It's agonisingly close with James Beaton. That would have settled it, surely. Ripley's corner. James has half got it, but not well. He got the second one from Pearce. Bit of a let-off for the keeper, really. Rode his luck, though. Great throw. We've got 5 minutes plus injury time at Anfield. Have Blackburn Rovers done enough? We don't know yet. They look like they're going to try and finish strongly. If they can get one now, surely it's all over. Here goes Nigel Clough. It's a good run. It's Fowler. Blackburn have got some defending to do. Redknapp. Hendry did the defending. Surprise, surprise. Thomas. You just don't know who the crowd wants to win here anymore. Barnes. Yes, they'll cheer if Liverpool do get one, but there'll be dismay as well. Now it's Steve McManaman. Everybody's back for Blackburn. Was there an offside? Yes. Against Thomas. Good defensive discipline this late in the day for Blackburn. One of the trademarks of their season. Nobody was leaving that line. They held it firm. Sutton's knock on. Well, if there are to be further goals on this last day in this championship race, it's going to be so cruel on somebody somewhere. Kenner. There's a good ball from Jeff Kenner. Alan Shearer's there. Oh, Alan Shearer. Would you believe it? After 37 goals from the first day of the season till now, this is one of the easiest chances, surely, while he was forced into a quick shot. But by his standards, this is an invitation, really. And it's gone all the way up into the middle of the cup. I think he's just had a little look over at the bench, looking for a sign. Signs are good for Blackburn, but they're not there yet. They've stolen it back. It's Sutton. Here's another chance for Shearer, perhaps. Even the mighty feel the pressure. And this is what this day's been about. Just gut-wrenching tension. And however high you go in the game, and however many big games you play in, surely you feel it on days like this. We're into the last 2 minutes of the 90. There will be injury time at Anfield. Ripley. Can Blackburn keep Liverpool down this end? They've got to play their game, not worry about what happens to Manchester United. I can hear people in the crowd saying, what's the score at Upton Park? We're into the last minute at Anfield. Blackburn have the ball back. It's Jeff Kenner. Tired Liverpool men are trying to raise themselves to get after him. Here's Sutton. He still looks strong. Barnes did brilliantly to get back for Liverpool. All the fitness work of pre-season counting in the last minute of the last game. Here come Blackburn again. Batty, that's a good ball. Alan Shearer again. Thomas stole it off his toe. Still we wait to find out who is the champion club of the season. Full time is up at Anfield, but there will be injury time. There'll be more injury time now, and if your nerves can stand it, I know mine can't. Ray Harford sits him passively behind Dalglish. Henningberg's the player getting the treatment. He was caught by Kennedy. It was a bad one too. Let's hope he's okay. All across England, people wait to find out the destiny of the title. They think they've done enough, but they don't know yet. They've travelled many, many miles through the season, and Blackburn Rovers have gathered supporters as they've gone. They've gathered admirers certainly, but the support has grown, the bedrock support has grown as the success has risen. It's an understandable human thing, but have those supporters timed it right to join in at the start of an historic party? Here come Liverpool. Their season's not over yet. McManaman. Robbie Fowler, it's the wrong side, it's on his right foot. Lasso got the block on. They look to the referee. We've played a minute and a half of injury time. Still there's more time. It's over the bar, and Tim Flowers will not be hurrying after that one, you can be sure of that. Half the crowd's on its feet. They're trying to tell Flowers it's 1-1 in the other game. He's trying to keep his concentration on this one. But if and when the whistle blows, you'll know that the first thing these players will want to know is the result from Upton Park. Ripley couldn't get it in. This has been an extraordinary afternoon. There's no offside. Flowers has to clear it, and he did. A quite extraordinary afternoon. We knew it was going to be something different and something special, and we began on a high of emotion with so many uncertainties, and it's just got more and more and more tense. Look at the people. There's a final chorus of the season from the Kop end, and it's in favour of Liverpool. McManaman tricking his way past one. David Batty may be about to get himself booked here. Deep in injury time on the last day of the season. McManaman was fouled. We've played 3 minutes of injury time at Anfield. The police are all out, the stewards are all out. The jury's still out in the championship race. Oh my God! It's in! And it's a fantastic goal for Liverpool. Now even Kenny doesn't know, the man who knows everything about football. Magnificent from Jamie Redknapp. Tim Flowers couldn't keep it out. What a goal. But the news is coming in from Upton Park, and what happens here will not matter, because Manchester United could not win. They have drawn at West Ham, and I've never seen a manager happier when his team has just conceded a goal. Kenny Dalglish has led Blackburn to the championship in defeat. Late opportunity for Alan Shearer. He's looking across, he's just missed a chance, and he's smiling. This is an unbelievable afternoon. truth is stranger than fiction sometimes in sport. They're losing this game and they're hugging each other in delight. David Ellery calls a halt at Anfield. Liverpool have beaten Blackburn Rovers, and it doesn't matter, because Blackburn Rovers are champions. Ronnie Moran and Kenny Dalglish, who spent the best years of their working lives together, all the Liverpool people. Shearer, Jason Wilcox and Ray Harford, the coach. Wilcox in the tracksuit, an excellent season, even though injury robbed him of his place on the final day. And there are tears from Shearer and Harford. Jamie Redknapp got a great goal in the last minute, and Kenny Dalglish will probably give him a hug in a minute. Would you ever believe it? Stuart Ripley. Kenny knows every blade of this grass at Anfield. Tim Sherwood, a hero all season for Blackburn, the captain. And all these people from the small town of Blackburn, 30 miles from Liverpool. Colin Hendry's a true hero, one of the stalwarts of the club for years. And Jack Walker, I don't think, will be able to contain himself. Well, Manchester United gave it everything at Upton Park. This ground, Anfield, has seen celebrations of more titles than any other stadium in English football history. Kenny Dalglish was involved in many of them as a great Liverpool player, and that is not a term we should use loosely. Dalglish was a great player, and his record suggests he can become a great manager if he's not there already. Ray Harford, the brains from the tactical point of view, and the other players, Jason Wilcox, Mark Atkins, Paul Warhurst, Kevin Gallagher and Tony Gale, who've made massive contributions through the season, not involved today, but they share this glory. But if Blackburn Rovers couldn't win it at their sparkling new Ewood Park Stadium, then for Kenny and the rest, Anfield will do nicely. And how close it was. The first title in 81 years, and the glory is spread around. A club in the second division just a few years back have lifted the title. And on a day when the result ended, Liverpool 2, Blackburn Rovers 1.
Kenny, many congratulations. Just how nerve-wracking were those last few minutes out there?
Well, the best noise of the day, I think, was the final whistle at Upton Park. It's been a great day for everyone. I mean, Manchester United are concerned about Liverpool doing them a turn, and they haven't done themselves a turn, so Liverpool's won the game, and we won the title, and we're delighted.
You've won many championships in your career. Where does this one rate?
It's the most recent, it's the best. It's a marvellous testimony to the lads and what they've tried to achieve all season. It's a dream come true. It's very difficult to believe, really.
And how much more did it mean, the fact that you achieved it here at Anfield on the last day of the season?
Well, everyone knows my feelings for the club, Liverpool Football Club. If we couldn't have won it, you'd be part of this, would have been the next choice to take. And great people there are staying there, applaud the lads and give them the recognition that they deserve, because I mean, every single one is here, but they're also very good losers.
What kind of things were you telling the players beforehand to try and keep them calm?
Just run the clock forward about an hour and 3/4 and the game will be finished.
When you found out that the Manchester United game was actually had kicked off after this one in the second half, were you thinking you're going to have to wait even longer? How pleasing was it that the United game finished before this one did?
Well, it took the pressure off the result a wee bit. Maybe took a bit of glory away for Jamie Redknapp's goal, but as I say, it doesn't make any difference. Some things are there for you, some things go against you, and it doesn't make any difference. Over the year, we have proved to be the best side, and that's fitting for us that we won the title.
Amazing emotions for you in that last minute, presumably, in the space of a few seconds, wasn't it? The ball going in the net from Jamie Redknapp and the whistle going at Upton Park.
You were a bit slow in telling us the score. People told us the score before you did, so it didn't really matter.
All right, listen, Kenny, enjoy your moment. Well done.
The celebrations are only just beginning then. I think it could be a long night. Work starts on this project back in July at pre-season, with only one thought, that maybe you could be the team to lift the big prize. Well, Blackburn Rovers knew that they were in with a chance at the start of the season, but there's an awful lot of work to do between the start and now. And I think there'll be plenty of champagne and plenty of other things in the next few days for this excellent group of players. Good characters, good advertisement for the game of football, and in a season like the one that the English game has endured, I think it's really tremendous for the game in this country that it is this group of players who are the ones to lift the title, because they have set a standard in behaviour and professionalism on and off the field. And all the players, not just the ones involved today, who've made substantial contributions to this Blackburn effort, brought along, yes, by the money of Jack Walker and the lure of playing for Kenny Dalglish. Not really a homegrown town team at all, but a team of players brought together and moulded into a unit, and a very good one. Stuart Slater, the Australian, a typically cosmopolitan club, and Tony Gale, the veteran, who 12 months ago, I remember talking to him almost exactly 12 months ago, and he had no idea where his future lay in football. He had no job. This extraordinary game throws up the most unbelievable circumstances. 12 months on from there, Gale is a championship medal winner.
Alan, many congratulations. How difficult an afternoon was that?
It was very difficult. No one likes to play in them circumstances, do they? But we had to, and West Ham have done us a favour. We were sloppy, we had chances, but it's all over with.
How aware were you of what was going on at Upton Park?
We just heard a big roar at the end there.
I think we're getting a soaking here. I'm not sure who's getting wet the most, whether it's you or me. Of all the 37 goals you scored this season, was that the best one for you?
They'll all be the best one would have been at West Ham. They won all one, but delighted we were. Just pleased to get it all over with. No player wants to play them situations. It's a pressure match, but pleased it's all over with. I'm sure Manchester United will go on about the injuries we had, but the Cantona, the Keane, the Kinsella, just the gigs. But if you look at our injury list, we've had it worse, if not, we've had it even bad one, if not worse. We've had Wilcox, Batty, Gallagher, Warhurst, all players worth millions and millions of pounds, and we've managed to get through, and it's a great credit to the squad, but highly delighted.
I'll let you go and get your medal, Alan. Well done.
Here they come, the final walk of the season, and it's the sweetest of all. And it's not just the Blackburn Rovers supporters who are standing to applaud them, but in time-honoured fashion at this stadium where sportsmanship has survived and the love of the game of football has survived through many tests, the home faithful are giving Blackburn Rovers a rousing welcome too. Alan Shearer's goals, obviously, have made the substantial difference, but the team captain, Tim Sherwood, is the man who lifts the trophy for a team that's been built on principles of hard work and determination and unselfishness, and they will spread the glory around here. Tim Flowers, the goalkeeper, he's got better and better in the last few years. An act of faith by Southampton, from Southampton to Blackburn, to play behind this man, Hendry. One of the new faces, Ian Pearce. Henning Berg, quietly efficient. All people Jack Walker's money brought to the club. And little by little, the faith in the support grew. Chris Sutton, who started the season as the big money purchase, he could only fail, couldn't he? Well, he succeeded despite that pressure. Graham Lasso, there were question marks over him for all his quality as a youngster at Chelsea. He's proved the world wrong. Stuart Ripley, bought from Middlesbrough. David Batty, who came from Leeds, A proven winner at Leeds, a proven winner at Blackburn, despite his injury problems. Jeff Kenner, the new boy, he looks like he's ready to make a big contribution to his new club. The man who held it all together. They absolutely revere Dalglish at Anfield. Alan Shearer, who could possibly claim to be in the hunt to become as great a player as Dalglish. Mike Newell, one of the players who suffered the injury setbacks that Blackburn have overcome. Everybody talks about Manchester United's long injury list. Blackburn Rovers have had one just as long. And they all have medals to show for their fantastic season of enterprise. They say the race doesn't always go to the swift or the strong, but this championship race in football has gone to the swift and the strong. Blackburn Rovers may lack the finesse of Manchester United, but they've shown the power and pace to match them every stride of the way from last August to today. And they've certainly had the organisation, they've had the brilliance in either penalty box, they've had the strength through the spine of the team, and over the run of the season they've shown the desire in all conditions, in all sorts of stadiums, under all circumstances, to keep at it, to keep coming back from the setbacks, to try to maintain the highest standards, and it's that principle that has brought them to this triumph. The Champions League beckons for next season. Blackburn have work to do, certainly, to establish themselves as a force in European football. They may even start alongside the big guns in Europe as an unknown quantity. But they'll be worrying about that not right now. In a few days' time they'll start to think about that. For now it's enjoyment only. Fame and a place in football history after 81 years for Blackburn Rovers, and the fulfilment of the dreams of Walker and Dalglish, who wanted to inject fresh life into a small town club, and they have done that at the seat of all power in English football for so long, Anfield. Blackburn Rovers, worthy champions, 94-95.
Tim Flowers and Colin Hendry here. Congratulations to the pair of you. You've got your hands on a championship medal. Let's have a look at it. What does it look like? What does it mean for a player?
It means everything, absolutely everything. It's what we fought for all season. We've took oodles of stick, which I think was undeserved, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
I think we played very, very well. We're a good team, a good unit. We're all good mates on and off the pitch, and we've proved what we're made of over 42 games, and that's us.
Colin, just how tense was it in those last few minutes out there? Were you aware of what was going on at Upton Park?
No idea. Last 10 minutes didn't have a clue really, because theoretically a draw was as good as a defeat really. We didn't really know what to do, except we kept playing away. They scored a second goal and we didn't know what to think, except we've seen people jumping up and down the bench. Then it, of course, a carry around the ground. But we thoroughly deserved this. It's over 40 odd games, not just a game today or a game last week. Absolutely. People wrote us off a couple of weeks ago. They were saying a lot of bad things about us, but we've made a stern stuff. It's with us this year.
I was going to say, what does it mean to the club that you have withstood all the pressure that has been put on you in these last few weeks and come through?
I think it means absolutely everything to us. I would think it means absolutely everything to Mr. Walker, to the gaffer, to Ray Harford, to Tony Parks, to everyone concerned with the football club, the supporters. I think every one of not only of the members of staff but the supporters have thoroughly deserved this moment. We've given everything all season. We've worked tremendously hard in the training ground, and this is the result of it all.
When Liverpool scored, I thought it was all over when they got the second goal. And then, sort of immediately after, the reporters just howled it out. It was a draw at West Ham, so I couldn't believe a lot, you know. Fantastic. And it's good. I say it's good for the town. It's good for me. Good for my family. We're all happy.